Hello again, friends. Dan Alasso, Making History, and I wanted to give you an update of where we're at with our Obsidian book clubs and what we're planning on doing next. We've just kind of wound up the so-called Synoptic Obsidian Book Club, where we tried to read two books and compare them to each other. And that didn't work out as well as I had hoped, I think. Partly due to the books not being that congruent as it turned out, which was unexpected, and also due probably to them not being really of equal interest to all of the members. Some people preferred one of the texts, others preferred another. Some really just weren't that enthused about either of them as it worked out. And it was, of course, a very busy time for many of us, the last month to 6 weeks, the end of a busy semester for me. And I don't think that I probably gave it the attention that I might have. But then again, I was also one of those for whom the books we chose didn't turn out to be all that compelling. In any case, many of us met again today on Zoom, Saturday, the 7th of May, and we talked some more about our own note-making processes, especially in light of this most recent outing. We also decided that after we take a week off to kind of recover, we'll be reconvening on Saturday, the 21st of May, to begin discussing a brand new, kind of shorter book by Thomas Piketty called A Brief History of Equality. And although this is a shortish book, we all agreed that we want to take it a little bit slower this time. So the plan is that we will do a chapter a week, possibly supplemented by a little bit more discussion of our note-making processes along the way, if there's time. And so that means that we'll follow a schedule that looks something like this. Our first week will be May 15th to May 21st. And we'll cover the introduction and the first chapter, and we'll meet on the morning of Saturday, the 21st. The second week, May 22nd to 28th, chapter 2, and so on and so forth. Until in the 10th week, July 17th through 23rd, we'll cover the final chapter, chapter 10, and we'll meet on Saturday, the 23rd of July. And then after a potential wrap-up meeting on July 30th, we'll be done with this book club. And after this book club, we'll take a couple of weeks off, and then we'll probably resume again in mid-August. Now, we've talked about reading Tiago Forte's new book on building a second brain, but there's still time to think that over and see how excited we are about it after some of the early readers react to it. Now, everybody who has been in the book clubs, any one of the book clubs in the past, is cordially invited to this new one. As also are any people who may have been lurking or who may just see this video and decide that they're interested in the topic, but maybe haven't participated yet. And for those of you who may be new, I do generally ask people to contribute if they're able to defraying the expenses of my Zoom plan and the Obsidian Publish instance on which I publish these shared vaults by joining at whatever membership level is appropriate to your interest on my Buy Me a Coffee webpage. And again, this is just suggested, not required. But if you can, and if you're interested, your support is greatly appreciated. So if you are interested and you haven't been in a book club with me before, please email me with your name, your email address, your location and time zone, and also your permission to release what you write in this shared Obsidian Vault to the group. It's a shared format, after all. And also an agreement to participate in an online public discussion if you're planning on attending the Zoom meetings. And once I receive that information, I'll give you access to the Obsidian Vault that we share in a private Dropbox folder that I manage, and also the Zoom URL and the meeting times. So I hope those of you who I've had the pleasure of working with in book clubs before will be interested in continuing this or returning to do this with me, and anybody else who might be interested in this new and I think very important Thomas Piketty book and in discussing it, And maybe along the way, learning a little bit about the different ways that people use tools like Obsidian to make their notes and organize their thoughts when they read. I hope you'll consider joining us. So thanks very much for listening, and I will see you again very soon.